Hey guys, my name is Ace Reddy and welcome to yet another video. So, if you guys don't know me, my name is Ace and my expertise is running Facebook ads for e-commerce. Okay, so here's a few of our achievements. Number one, we scaled the store. We made $143,000 selling a Viking mug. Okay, it's like a mug with like a skull on it, and I'll put the picture of it somewhere over here. I'm still learning tricks, guys. I'm new to YouTube. Number two, we did about $45,000 in sales selling a personalized custom socks in the animals niche. So it's basically like, if you're take a picture of your pet, send it over, we'll put it on a sock and sell it. We did $45,000 selling socks like that. Number three, we scaled the store selling skateboards to $120,000 in as less as 12 weeks. Number four, we scaled the supplement store to over $4 million in sales. Now that doesn't even include some of the client case studies, right? So the number one, Chris Funnel, he's a client of mine, decides to get a few of my programs because he has a marketing agency. Chris Funnel has a marketing agency, takes on a few e-commerce clients, uses the data, uses the information in my program, uses the formula that I taught in my program to see if it works, ends up doing $3 million in sales. Brent Shepard goes from having a business doing about $20,000 to buying one webinar from me, but watching one webinar from me and scaling his business up to $200,000 a month in as less as 12 months. Okay, and there's many other testimonials. A friend of mine called Jose messaged me recently and he was like, yo, I watched some of your free content. He didn't even buy anything from me. He just watched my free content and he scaled his business to about $350,000 a month. And there's many other case studies that I could keep going on and on and on and on. I think about 6 2 Club winners have given me a testimonial so far. A 2 Club winner is a person that's made $1 million with ClickFunnels, okay, using one funnel. So that's like the prestigious title of the ClickFunnels. Over 6 2 Club winners have given me testimonials for my content and recommend me to some of their clients. Okay, so one of the biggest companies in the private label community, Rocktomic, that lets you private label supplements, they recommend me for their Facebook. I'm doing training in their academy for Facebook. A lot of the top people in the e-commerce space ask me to help their students out by shooting a ton of content on Facebook ads. Okay, now in this video I'm going to talk to you guys about some of the biggest e-commerce trends that I foresee in 2020 and how you can leverage them to make a lot of money. So look, right? So I've been getting a lot of messages from people over the past few days asking me things like, well, Ace, what do you think about dropshipping? Like, is dropshipping dead? Is AliExpress dropshipping dead? Like, what's going on? Because Facebook has a quality score now, right? And it's affecting a lot of people's ad accounts. And they've all been asking me what's going on. They've been asking me if single product stores are still profitable and a lot more questions. So I decided to do this video talking to you guys about 10 e-commerce trends that I foresee in 2020 and how you can leverage them to make a lot of money for yourself. So yeah, let's get right into the video. Hey guys, my name is Ace Reddy and welcome to another video from the Ultimate E-commerce community. So in this video, I'm going to talk to you guys about e-commerce updates and predictions that I foresee that's going to happen in 2020. I'm going to talk to you guys about what I feel like is what I think is happening in the industry and how you can leverage what's going on to make a lot of money for yourself. So that's one. And number two, I'm also going to talk to you guys about very important topics like, is dropshipping dead? Are single product stores dead? And that kind of stuff. So stay tuned to watch a lot of cool stuff. Now, before we get into the content, I want to make sure that you join our e-commerce community on Facebook. Go to www.eliteecomgroup.com/community. That is eliteecomgroup.com/community to join the group. And this group is just awesome. You can get in there, ask questions, and we'll answer them for you. So like you could ask
Any questions that you have regarding e-commerce, and we'll answer them for you. Again, it's eliteecomgroup.com/community. I'm going to repeat that so you guys get it. eliteecomgroup.com/community. And or you could just go to Facebook and search the ultimate e-commerce community, and you'll be able to find the group. And yeah. So with that said, let's get into the content. So here's a few predictions of mine, right? Prediction number 1. E-commerce is continuing to grow rapidly. People are getting lazier day by day, right? And would rather order something home than actually go buy it. So e-commerce will definitely continue to grow. This is more of a fact than it is a prediction, right? Because look at the BFCM sales. Now the BFCM sales are Black Friday and Cyber Monday weekend sales. So it's just in one weekend, right? Last year in 2018, Shopify did close to 1.5 billion in sales. So that's 1.5 billion in sales in just one weekend. Okay, like the merchants on Shopify did that. The people that had, like, some of them had dropshipping stores, some of them had like actual e-commerce stores. They did a collective amount of $1.5 billion in sales in 2018. In 2019, that almost doubled because the sales were 2.9 billion. So like if you take like a look at like the 2017 and 2018 and 2019, you put it on a graph, you'll see how rapidly e-commerce is growing, right? So Shopify is growing, e-commerce is growing, e-commerce will continue to make money in 2020. I know there's a lot of people out there beating the drum about how e-commerce is dead and how we need to start a social media agency. A social media marketing agency is profitable, but e-commerce is definitely not dead. E-commerce is definitely making a lot of money. It isn't like affiliate marketing, because affiliate marketing used to be somewhat of an underground segment. So when it kind of died, it died. You know, there's still people that are making money with it, but it's not as lucrative as it used to be. But e-commerce, it's never going to die, you know, because people are going to continue to buy stuff, right? And e-commerce has nothing to do with certain niches. So that's what's great about it. Prediction number 2, pure dropshipping stores will fail. Now, especially with Facebook going hard on quality control, right, and surveying your customers, all of the one product store gurus who rely on AliExpress alone will be crushed. Here's the thing, guys, right? Facebook now has this feature where they're sending a survey to the people that bought stuff from you, asking them if they got your product, okay? And this survey usually goes out in like 2 weeks or so, and Facebook's like, have you received your product? What do you think about it? And if you're doing AliExpress dropshipping alone, right, and you don't necessarily have a lot of other methods of fulfillment, a lot of the customers are going to tell Facebook that they haven't received the delivery, okay, which in turn Facebook starts reducing your quality score, and at a certain point starts limiting your Facebook ad account, okay, and that's going to kill you. So these one product store guys that keep talking about, okay, I have one product, I'll make a lot of money with Shopify, these guys are all going to fail. Now, am I beating the fact that AliExpress dropshipping is profitable? Absolutely not. You could still do AliExpress dropshipping, you could still run Facebook ads to it. Just make sure that you move to other business models pretty quickly, right? And one of the things we actually teach is to like use dropshipping to start testing products. So it's like use AliExpress or whatever company that you want to use American dropshippers if necessary to start testing products out. But once you know that a product's converting well, find a way to warehouse it, okay? Or if you're using AliExpress, find a way to get an American dropshipper so you could deliver faster. So you gotta keep that in mind, and you gotta keep customer experience in mind, because in this year, if your customer experience is not good, every traffic source is gonna start limiting you, especially Facebook. Okay, so your low quality score will mess up your ad accounts and ad performance, and you don't need that. So don't mess things up. Prediction number 3: general stores will suffer. They have been suffering and will continue to suffer even more in 2020. You know, because the problem with the general store is that you're chasing after unicorns, right? Which is like a winning product, because you're like, oh, well, you know, I just need one product that's going to convert well, which is cool. But you're going to be busy spending so much time chasing these winning products, but there's no actual value to the store. There's zero value to the store, guys. Like, you try to sell your general stores, people are going to pay like 0.9 multiple of whatever the heck you're making in profit. So if you're making 10 grand at profit a month and you try to sell the store, you'll get paid 9 grand for it. That's because the winning product may die and the store will never even be profitable again, and there's a lot of risk. So especially trying to sell a general store is going to be hard as hell. Okay, not just that, but like even traffic sources detest general stores because they're just scammy and you don't need anything to do with it. And this is exactly why I recommend building an actual niche store and actually building a brand that goes with it, so you could make a lot of money consistently, right? And also you have a brand that you're selling, because like, to put things in perspective for you, general stores sell at about a 0.9 multiple. Niche stores can sell as high as 10x multiple. So if you have a store doing 10 grand in profit that's a niche store, you could get paid easily like $60,000, $50,000, even $100,000 for it, if the store is good. So that's how different the game is. And not to mention that the traffic sources love you a bit more. Your customers will love you a bit more. The LTV is higher because they think you're an actual brand and they think you manufacture the product that you're selling and not just drop shipping, right? And not just that, we also have a very long term scale when it comes to business. So yeah, prediction 4, Facebook ads are more powerful. So with the new CBO systems that were introduced, right? Funny thing is, there used to be CBO back in the day too. Because everyone now is like, CBO is a new feature. It actually isn't. Campaign budget optimization used to be the original feature on Facebook a few years ago. Later on was when Facebook came out and started introducing ad set budget optimization, right, which everyone got used to. But now they've gone back to the CBO method, the CBO system of budgeting. So the CBO system has, really made Facebook very powerful, okay? Because the learning period of the algorithm, the learning period of the pixel has gotten a bit lower. Because in an ABO, right, you could run an ad for 3 days and tell whether the ad is going to be profitable or not. You could very accurately say that to a certain degree. With the CBO, I feel like the learning period's been pushed a little bit more, but now 3 days is not that easily sufficient anymore, right? You could still, like, if you're conservative and if you wanna save your money and if you're on a shoestring budget, then you can still run the 3-day method. But like some of the times, like we've seen sales happen on like the 5th or the 6th day, and then the campaign instantly starts getting very profitable. And that's just because the way that CBO is working is because it's slowed down, but the algorithm is more powerful. Like now it's gonna bring more customers to you. So that's like, there's a benefit and there's a disadvantage to it. But if you master the system, you could get better results at the same or a very slight price increase next year too, unless they introduce something else. Now, the other problem is that we're in Q1 and usually the prices go up in Q1 every single year. So that's something you guys gotta keep in mind. It's like, if your prices on Facebook ads are gonna go up the next few months, that's not too uncommon. Like, that happens during the first quarter of the year. The advertising on itself is going to be hard if you sell subpar products with a shady website. This is pretty common, guys. I mean, this is pretty self-explanatory, guys. The advertising itself is going to be hard if you're going to sell like stupid products. Okay, like, especially if you have a shady website. But if you have a good website and if you're selling good products, Facebook ads are way more useful now than they've ever been. So, yeah. Prediction 5, fly-by-night schemes will fail. Building an e-commerce business in 2020 is going to be much easier because all the fly-by-night guys, they're going to freaking disappear. Okay, like, they'll be restricted. Majority of the competition will be annihilated because Facebook, the quality score of Facebook is a pretty hard hit. So the pure dropshippers are all going to disappear. Plus, the way that the CBO system works now is that you would have to spend a lot more money on the front, but it evens out later on down the line once the learning of the pixel is perfect. right? So like, because since the learning periods are now a bit more, as covered in prediction 4, you're gonna have to spend a lot more money doing the learning phase, but then after that, the system sort of adapts and gets you customers at a much lower price because the other competition wouldn't even stick until then. Like they're just going to disappear before they even get to that phase where their campaigns start to turn a profit. Now, um, another thing to keep in mind is that even the quality score is going to whack off a lot of these AliExpress dropshippers. So for that reason, with all these things involved, all of the fly-by-night schemes are going to disappear. Everyone that's trying to make money just on the front end, trying to drop ship it, they're going to run some ads and realize that it's not converting as well in the short term. But the only guys that will make good money from it are the guys that are going to stick with the long-term view in mind, and that are going to keep pushing through until they get to a point where their ad campaigns are really producing a lot of profit. Prediction 6: stores without a strong backend will fail. Having a good business model with a strong backend system is going to be key if you want to make a lot of money this year. Now, having a strong backend is key, guys, and I did a whole webinar on that topic. On that topic, and also how to build a funnel. So I'm probably gonna shoot you guys a great video actually with the same material. So it's a more condensed version, and I'll post the link in the description, so you can check out the description, and you'll probably see a link to a video that will show you how to create a strong backend. It'll also talk to you guys about what a front end is and what a backend is. But let me just give you a brief sort of explanation to it. So the front end is what is the initial product that you're selling a customer, and the back end is what you sell once the person buys product number 1. Right? So for example, if someone's buying an iPhone, the guy at the iPhone store is like, well, do you want a case with that? Because now you bought an iPhone, now we got to protect it, right? So go get a case. And now he's making money selling you that case too, right? And that's how McDonald's makes a lot of its money. If you look at McDonald's business model, they don't really make a lot of money just on the hamburger. They make a lot of money on the fries and the Coke, right? That they upsell you. They're like, oh, well, you bought the hamburger. Do you want some fries and Coke with it? Everyone's like, yeah, sure. And that's where they make a profit, right? So stores with a strong backend will succeed, and stores without a strong backend will fail. Prediction number 7: apparel is still a bestseller. I think for the last, I would say at least 4 or 5 years, 4 years at least. Apparel has been consistently the bestseller in the e-commerce space. Okay, like just based on the stats alone, from 2017 to 2019 on Shopify doing the BFCM, the bestseller has been apparel. Okay, so like that's been clothes or whatever. And in 2022, that is still going to be a bestseller. Okay, so print on demand still works and will continue to work. However, now since the ad costs have gone up, you will need a strong backend to turn it into a profitable business. If you don't have a strong backend, you're not going to be able to turn it into a profitable business. You're going to lose a lot of money, okay? Because the margins are a bit tighter on print on demand. So you need like you're not even going to be making any money on the front end, guys. So if you're selling t-shirts and hoodies and that kind of stuff, do not expect to make any money on the front end, okay? Just selling the hoodie. You're going to make a lot more money when people buy a second hoodie from you, or second t-shirt from you, or a canvas from you, or something else, or a skateboard from you, or whatever. Now what I would do is I would start selling print on demand stuff on the front end, because it converts so good. Print on demand stuff actually converts really well on the front end. But the only problem with print on demand is that the margins are tight and the ad costs have gone up. So you're not going to be making as much money anymore unless you have a strong backend. So I would sell like a print on demand product on the front and then sell a drop shipping product in the backend, just to turn a decent profit. Now, prediction 8, video ads are crushing it. Video ads have been working extremely well for most product apps in 2018 and 19 and will continue to kill it in 2020. Image ads work as well depending on product apps, but you will have a lot more advantages to running video ads because you can obviously build video views, lookalikes, and retarget people based on the amount of video that they've watched, and there's just the advantages are limitless. So prediction 9, augmented reality ads or any other form of advertising is still not going to blow up. Now I know there's a few people coming out there and talking about 3D advertising and augmented reality ads and that kind of stuff. I would not participate in any form of advertising like this. And this is something I've predicted last year too. It'll take a few years for them to blow up. You know, it's like the touchscreen phone. It's like people need like people need like a while to get used to that new way of the new standard of living, right? So like if they see an augmented reality ad, they're gonna be like, oh, that's cute, but they're not gonna click on anything, right? So stick to what works, guys. Video ads are what works right now. Image ads work, plain solid image ads. Don't try augmented reality stuff. Don't try VR stuff as of yet. You know, because these things sound cute, they sound trendy. Sad part is they don't make a lot of money. Prediction 10. 1 is a terrible number in business. So branch out to other traffic sources this year instead of just relying on Facebook. This has been a problem for several years with marketers, you know, because every marketer is trying to rely, and this has been a problem for me too. Every marketer is trying to rely on one traffic source, right? So they're like, okay, Facebook's working, I'm just going to keep going hard on Facebook. Now, there is a lot of focus on one traffic source, which is good, right? Because you're really going to be able to master it. But the problem with that is like, now you're very limited, right? So if Facebook shuts your account down tomorrow, which could happen for a wide range of reasons, and you could get your account back. Okay, now by the way, guys, if you wanna learn how to never get your ad account banned, I shot a video on it. I think it was a 20-minute video on it. So click on the link in the description and watch that. It's a 20-minute video that I shot on how to never get your accounts banned. So you're gonna enjoy that. If you keep getting your account shut down, or if you're scared of getting your account shut down, watch that video. But again, back to the point. So, like, for some reason, if Facebook decides to take your ad account down, all your money is gonna die, right? So don't just rely on Facebook. Rely on Google Ads, Instagram. Not Instagram influencers. I mean. Media buys or whatever the heck you want to do. So just like branch out to other traffic sources. So you're just not using only one traffic source, right? So if anything does go happen, you still have other traffic sources pushing you money until you can get this thing fixed, right? So anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Fill out the survey below to get a chance to win a free coaching call. So we're giving away five free coaching calls away every single day. And if you want to win one, there's a link in the description below. Click on that link and you'll be taken to a survey. Fill it out, and if you qualify, we'll jump on a call and I'll help you guys out. All right. With that said, guys, have a nice day. Peace.